Today, as we celebrate Labor Day, it's that opportunity to hopefully take a moment back to recognize in our work and the sweat of our brow and what we do, how and why do we do it? What is our attitude towards work? And we realize that hopefully, why do we have a Sabbath? Why do we have a holy day? God, from the beginning, when He gave the commandments, was offering to us a realization how easy it is to get caught up in our everyday routine and cycle, and how mundane and oftentimes tedious that work can become. And yet, how important it is to realize, what are we here for? Ultimately, it is to recognize the love of God and to be with God. He gives us the stewardship of all creation. He created us in His own divine image. And in that dignity, in that beauty, He asks us to take time to stop, to pause, to reflect, and to acknowledge in an attitude of gratitude that love, that care, and as we do so, that ultimately we look at Jesus, who gives His very self to help us. As we celebrate the Eucharist each day, oftentimes we're only able to make it at least on Sunday, to not only thank God, the whole idea of what the Eucharist is, but to realize, how do we give thanks to God for that love of our being, and taking that into the world, to do what we do here, to be holy, to be loved, and to bring it out there. If we only bring it here and then walk and forget, we're missing why God is nourishing and strengthening us. And yet, as we celebrate Labor Day, it's that opportunity to realize the dignity of all people, and in that dignity of how do we share it. I'm not sure about you, but I think for many of us, we remember back when we first received Holy Communion, that our first Holy Communion of recognizing God's great love for us, that He comes to us and gives us His very self in the form of bread and wine. And as we have received Jesus in our hands and we consume Him, that He actually wishes to consume us, to fill us with that grace and that love, and in that beauty to realize, how do I take that in my joy and grace and live it out? Not only here, in taking a moment aside, but more importantly, as we go outside, as we go to our family, as we go with our friends, as we go to our school, as we go to work, that all that I do and all that I am is hopefully a response back to God. And in that love and in that care, that I realize all that I do is not for myself, but rather for the glory of God. And in that giftedness and in that goodness, that I always recognize Jesus has nourished me as I receive Him. How do I wish to bring Him to the other? First, recognizing the love that He has for me in my heart, how important and grace-filled I am, so that as I share with others, I might truly be sharing that sacrament of Jesus. This day, may we truly realize God is my safety, He is my glory. And for Jenna, as you receive your first Holy Communion, May our prayers be with you. May it be a day filled with joy and grace. But each and every time forward that you receive, to realize the opportunities of knowing the depth of Jesus' love for us, that we might know and share that love with one another.